Hello and welcome everyone. Happy New Year. I hope that you all had a wonderful holiday season and are getting ready for your new year, starting it off right. My name is Erin. For today's yoga class, we are doing pretty much a whole body workout here. We'll go through a flow 2 times and then we'll come and do some um, work on the floor, and then that'll be it. To get started, all you'll need other than your mat, if you're using one, I would recommend having a blanket or a cushion if you have any knee sensitivity. So we will get started. So for today's class, we are going to start in a standing position to start off. And for a moment, you're not going to be able to see my face, but that's okay. You can still hear me. Starting at the back of your mat, coming to mountain pose, making sure you have your feet about hip width apart. You can have them a little wider if you need to. Pressing your feet into the mat. So I like to lift up my toes and bring one toe down at a time. It's a little hard to do, but gets the job done. And then pressing through the center of your heel. This automatically activates your legs here, engages them. Make sure you bring your belly button in so you're engaging your core muscles. Roll your shoulders up and back. And bring your head to a neutral position. And then making sure that you are lengthening through your spine. So almost like there is a string pulling you from the crown of your head all the way up to the ceiling. Bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your stomach. You can close your eyes or just soften your gaze here. And we're just going to take a couple minutes just to focus on our breath. So breathing in through your nose, filling up, and then breathing out through your nose. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in and out. We'll take one more breath here together. Go ahead and let your hands drop by your sides. You can softly blink your eyes open if you had shut them, and we'll start with some movement here. As you come to your next inhale, bring both arms up overhead. Slowly drop your right arm down by your side, and then reaching both arms in opposite direction. One arm up, one arm down. Reach your arms back behind you. You don't have to reach that far back behind you, but just enough that you're feeling a nice stretch. And then we'll switch, bringing our left arm down, our right arm up as we reach behind us again. Then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, drop your right arm down as we come to a side stretch here, reaching our left arm up and overhead. Inhale, we'll come to the other side. Both arms up. Bring your arms to the center of your chest, or your palms together in the center of your chest, and let your arms fall by your side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, we're going to come to a forward fold. So bend your knees heavily. You're welcome to rest your forearms on your thighs. Maybe you come with me, coming all the way down, letting your head hang here. Wherever you're at, we're going to halfway lift. So straightening our legs just a little bit here. Maybe come up on your fingertips. Maybe you have your hands on your shins. Making sure your back is nice and elongated here. As you come to your next exhale, you're going to go ahead and refold. As you come to your next inhale, ground through your feet, so pushing your feet into your mat, using your legs for support here as you slowly straighten your legs and roll all the way up. As you come up, your head is up, bring your arms up overhead. palms together. Exhale, bringing them down to the center of your chest. We're going to fold again. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold. Coming to your comfortable spot here. Bending your knees. And then from here, we're going to walk it out. So walking your hands out towards the top of your mat. Coming to downward facing dog. Now, while you're in your downward dog, you can have a nice bend through your knees so that accommodates any tightness you're having along the back side of your legs. Let's give attention to our hands here. Make sure your fingertips are spread out wide. The creases of your elbows are spinning out. And then you're pushing your hips up and back, letting your head hang here. You can give your head a little shake. Maybe give it a little nod, relaxing your neck. And then maybe we can pedal out our feet here. So maybe you're straightening one leg as you bend the other one a little bit more. Just warming up through our body. We go a couple more times here. And then let's come to stillness. And from here, we're going to walk to the top of our mat. So coming up on your tiptoes, take your time and take as many steps as you need to as you walk to the top of your mat. Take a moment to fold, bend your knees, then press into your feet as you roll all the way up, head up, arms up. As you come to your exhale, bring your palms together, bring your arms down to the center of your chest. Letting your arms fall by your side, we'll begin our flow. So inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hinging from your hips, folding down. Stepping your right foot back, coming to your low lunge, grabbing your cushion if you need it or your blanket. Making sure you have your left foot in front of you, foot flat, knee tucked over ankle. Use your leg for support. Come on up. Right arm comes up. You can always leave your left arm down if you need that support. Otherwise, you can bring both arms up overhead, shoulders down away from your ears, dropping your left arm down as you are in your low lunge, reaching both arms back, and then switch. Both arms up overhead. Bring your hands down, and then slowly walking your hands back towards your hips, extending your left leg out in front of you, flexing through your feet so your toes are pointed up towards the ceiling, coming to your half splits here. Your back foot, your right foot, you can have your toes tucked or untucked here. So whichever one's just more comfortable for you. I like to have my toes tucked because I feel like it just gives me a little bit more support. Then slowly you're going to walk your hands forward, coming into a deeper lunge here. You might notice a stretch along the front side of your right thigh. Then slowly bringing your hands to the inside of your foot, swinging your leg back around you, tucking your toes, pushing your hips up and back, coming to your downward facing dog. Shifting your weight forward, coming through to plank pose. You can always bring your knees down if you need to. Wherever you're at, we're all going to lower down onto our bellies. Point your toes, resting your forehead all the way down onto the mat. Coming to our cobra pose. You want to make sure you have your elbows in, fingertips right underneath your shoulders. Your head is, of course, down. Your forehead is down on your mat. Pressing into the tops of your feet. Your tailbone is tucked down towards your heels. Engage your core muscles. Bring your belly button in. As you come to your next inhale, slowly lift your head and chest up, rolling your shoulders back and down. Taking just a few breaths here in our low cobra. You come to your exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, pushing your hips up and back, coming to downward facing dog. Now we'll do the other side. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, take your time. bring it through, coming to your low lunge, making sure you get your right foot flat, knee tracked over ankle. You can use your right thigh for support as you come on up. Maybe you have both arms up, shoulders down away from your ears. Bringing your right arm down as you reach back behind you, and then switching arm positions and bringing both arms up. Bringing your hands down, coming to your half splits, walking your hands back towards your hips, flexing through your right foot. Then re-bending into your right knee, shifting forward, coming to our deep lunge here. And then taking your time, stepping your right foot back, coming to your downward facing dog. Bringing your knees down, big toes together. We'll come to child's pose. Take just a few moments here to take a couple breaths. Next inhale, look forward. Coming back to your plank pose. Again, you could always have your knees down in plank if you need to, wherever you're at, or lowering down. Coming through to our cobra. Inhale, lift you up. Maybe you come up just a little higher this time. Exhale, come down, pushing your hips up and back. Coming back to your downward facing dog. This is our second time through. Left leg up and back. Take your time as you bring it through, coming back to your low lunge. Maybe this time you come up hands free. Again, you're always welcome to use your leg for support. Doing the same thing that we've been doing. Left arm comes down, reaching back, switch. Both arms up. Bring them back behind you, almost like you're bringing a beach ball back behind you, handing it off to someone else. Maybe you even look up here at the ceiling. And then exhale, both arms down. Walk your hands back towards your hips, coming to our half splits again. Flexing through your left foot. Inhale, coming forward to our deep lunge. And then slowly coming back, swinging your left leg back, hips come up and back, downward facing dog, shifting forward to your plank, slowly lowering down to your cobra, point your toes, lifting up in your cobra. Exhale, lower, hips come up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale brings your right leg up and back. Exhale, bring it through. Low lunge. Again, maybe you come up hands free, or you're always welcome to keep using your leg for support. Arms up overhead, right arm down, reach back and switch. Both arms reach back. Maybe you look up. Exhale, hands come down, walking your hands towards your hips, flexing through your foot. Walking forward, coming to your deep lunge. And then swinging your right leg back around, tucking your toes, coming to down dog. And then taking a moment here, bending through your knees, big toes together, hips back towards your heels, come to your child's pose. Next inhale, slowly lift up your head. Walk your hands back towards you. So you come to an upright position. And then we will come down onto the floor to do some more stretches. So coming to staff pose with your legs extended out in front of you. Feet are flexed, so toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. We're going to come to figure 4 pose. So taking your time, bending your left leg, bringing your ankle just above your knee on your right side. And then walking your hands behind you, slowly bending your right leg, getting your foot flat. Now you can adjust this. You can have your foot further away from you, maybe you have your legs a little closer to you, whichever one feels better for you. Then make sure you're keeping your left knee flared out away from you as you do this. Make sure to keep breathing here. Don't want to hold your breath as you're stretching. And then slowly extend out your right leg again. Unwind your left leg. Maybe shake your legs just a little bit here. Then let's do the other side. So bending your right leg, bringing your right ankle just above your left knee. Walking your hands behind you for support here. Again, bending your left leg as much as it feels good for you. Making sure that you keep your right knee flared out and away from you. And slowly extending your left leg out. Unwind your right leg. Give your legs a little shake here. Coming back to staff pose, making sure your legs are extended out in front of you, feet are flexed. You're sitting up nice and tall. Let's come to a little twist here. Let's bend our left leg, get your foot flat. Maybe you stay here with your leg just right here. If you want to take a little further, you can cross your leg over your right and get your foot flat. As we come into our inhale, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. You can use your knee for support here, grabbing it with your right hand. Bring your left hand back behind you. As you come to your next exhale, rotate your body to the left, only going as far as it feels good in your twist. Maybe you turn your head to look over your left shoulder if that feels good for you. As you come to your next exhale, slowly unwind, coming through to center, unwind your legs. Take a breath here. We'll move on to the other side. Bending your right knee, maybe you cross it over your left. Grabbing hold with your left hand this time, right hand comes behind you. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale as you rotate to your right. Maybe you turn and look over your right shoulder if that feels good. Come into your next exhale, slowly unwind, coming through to center. And then coming to our forward fold. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging from your hips. Let your hands frame your arm, still maintaining a nice long spine here. Maybe, if you can reach, grab your shins or your ankles. maybe even your feet if that's in your wheelhouse. As you come to your next inhale, slowly walk using your hands for support, walking your hands back towards you, coming to an upright position. Let's come all the way down onto our mats, coming to our final pose in Shavasana to finish out our practice today. Now, if you did have a blanket, you're always welcome to use your blanket here in Shavasana. Maybe you put it under your legs, under your knees, or maybe you use it to cover yourself up with. Bringing your hands by your side, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, palms face up, and letting yourself sink into your mat here. You can close your eyes or soften your gaze, whichever one you're more comfortable with. I'm going to sit up just to hold the space as you finish out your practice today. I'm going to go quiet, but I will come get you when the time is ready. You can start taking a deeper breath in, making some small movements, maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes, and then gradually making those into bigger movements. Maybe taking an overhead stretch if that feels good for you. Taking your time, bringing your knees into your chest, and then slowly rolling all the way over to your right side. You can use your hands for support, coming to an upright position to finish out your practice for today. Bringing your hands together in the center of your chest as a sign of gratitude. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful start to your new year. See you next time. Bye, everyone.